today's lesson is on percents of increase and decrease. So if you're a good shopper, you probably do some of these calculations in your head already when you're trying to figure out if something's on discount, how much you're going to be paying for that discounted item, or if it's been marked up, how much you're going to pay. So here's some key vocabulary. Percent of change is the percent that a quantity changes from the original amount. So the calculation for this would be the percent of change equals the amount of change, how much it's changed, over the original amount. So for example, if something was $10 and it's been reduced by $2 to $8, you would say it would be $2, that's the amount of the change, over 10, and that would be the percent of change, 20%. Percent increase is the percent of change when the original amount increases. So in this case, maybe something is marked up. It was $10 and now it's $15. That would be the new amount, which would be 15, minus the original amount, which would be 10. So it's an increase of 5 over the original amount, which was 10. So in that case, it would be 5 out of 10, 50%, would be an increase of 50%. New amount minus the original amount over the original amount. Percent decrease is the amount of change when the original amount decreases. So this time we're going to do original amount minus the new amount all over the original amount. So that was kind of like the example I gave where something was reduced by $2. The key here in remembering which way to go is you're just looking for a positive number. You're doing the larger amount minus the smaller amount on the top, and you're always dividing by the original amount. So let's look at our first example where we're finding a percent of increase. So the table shows the number of hours you spent online last weekend. It looks like on Saturday you spent 2 hours, and then on Sunday you spent 4.5 hours. What was the percent of change in your online time from Saturday to Sunday? So that means our original amount is Saturday's amount, which is 2 hours. So our percent change would be 4.5 minus 2 all over 2. So that would be 2.5 over 2, which would be 1.25 or 125%. So as we think about, is this reasonable? Yeah, we more than doubled the amount of time we were online on Sunday compared to Saturday, so we would expect to see a percent that's more than 100%. It's more than 100% increase because it was more than doubled. Here's our second example where we're finding the percent of decrease. So this bar graph shows a softball player's home run totals. What was the percent of change from 2002, 28 home runs, to 2013, which is 20 home runs? So in this case, this is a percent decrease problem because we went down from one year to the next. But we're going to do 28 minus 20. That's going to give us the amount of change all over the original amount. So that needs to be the first year, which was 28. So that's 8 over 28, which is it's about equal to. So I'm going to use this little squiggly equal sign to show it's approximately equal to 0.286, which is 28.6%. This is an approximation to the nearest tenth of a percent, which is typically what I'm going to ask you to round to. All right, let's look at another key idea here, and that's about percent error. So a percent error is the percent that an estimated quantity differs from the actual amount. So let's say you're making an estimation and you're estimating something and you're off by 5 feet. The amount of error would be 5, and then the actual amount would be how long this actually was. So maybe something you were estimating was about 20 feet, you were off by 5. That would be 5 over 20. That's how far off you were. Okay, so here we estimate that the length of our classroom is 16 feet. The actual length is 21 feet, so it was a little longer than we thought. Find the percent error. So our amount we were off by is 5 feet, right? We thought it was 16, it's actually 21. So the amount we were off by is 5, and we're going to divide by the actual length, which is 21. So that's about equal to 0.238, or 23.8%. We were off by almost a quarter. Okay, that's it for now. Go ahead and try a few on your own, and I will see you soon.